Hello everyone, welcome back. It's TGR, that's Gaming Robo, guys. In this video I'm doing a slightly different video for you all. We're going to be checking out 10 different formations on the legend players and kids database. We're going to try 10 different formations and see which one seems to work best when playing the legends and kids database. Now, as always guys, please make sure that you do smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell too. And if you want the Legends and Kids database or any other databases or fonts or background images, you name it, on the link down below you'll see the Championship Manager forum. Copy and paste it, and as you can see in this short video, you can see you can download any type of stuff that you want. But anyway guys, let's crack on with the video. Let's start the intro and let's see these 10 formations in the 10 years that we're going to be doing with this challenge. So we've come to the first season. Now, as you can see, we used Fury of the Beast. Everyone knows the Fury of the Beast formation. It works magnificently, of course. And as you can see, Man United, they played 38 and they only lost 3 games, getting 103 points. But that's not what we are looking for. So we're looking to see what the biggest defeat was for the season. So the biggest defeat of the season was 2-1 against Leeds, and that's only because they lost 2 players. They were down to 9 men. But competition wise, they won the Premier League, they won the Champions League, they got in the final of the FA Cup and they lost on penalties. League Cup they won, Charity Shield they won. So as I said, we all know how good Fury of the Beast formation works. So what we're going to do is, obviously as you can see, we've obviously won everything apart from the FA Cup. So we're going to head over to the end of the second season with the next formation that we're going to use, and we're going to see how that fares compared to Fury of the Beast. So this is the second season and we use Wine and Coke this time. So as you can see, the first 2 formations, it's obviously a narrow formation setting that we have gone with, but once again they've gained over 100 points in the second season like they did in the first. What was their biggest defeat this season? 2-0 to Arsenal, and we know they didn't win the League Cup obviously, but 2-0 was their biggest defeat. 2-1 was the biggest defeat the season before. But going over the competitions, we know we won the Premier League. They scored 10 goals less than the season before in the league. Group stage of the World Club Cup. Champions League, they won. They beat Arsenal 2-1. FA Cup, they only got to the semi-final. That's a bit bad. League Cup, we know they only got it into the final. Intercontinental, they won 2-0. Super Cup, they won 4-0 against Inter Milan. And lastly, Charity Shield. So far, Fury of the Beast is better than Wine and Coke, but obviously it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at goals scored or if you're looking at competitions. But at the end of the day, as you can see in the league itself, it's not that bad at all. Not that bad at all. So we're going to head over to the end of season 3, see what formation we use there, and see if it does any better than the first 2 seasons. So this is the 3rd season of doing this tactics challenge, and we used No Mercy this time. So as you can see, only 2 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, then obviously as you can see on the screen, and they came second. So we lost more games obviously, and we scored a little bit less than compared to the season last. 5 goals less, but we did concede more goals. So obviously as you can see, the No Mercy formation, yes it is good, but Premier League fighting good? No, I wouldn't say so at all. But if we go back to the history, what was the biggest defeat? 3-0 against Barcelona, and they were creating chances. They just did not convert anything on that day. So Premier League, as you can see. So we've gone from 99 goals down to 84 within 3 seasons. Champions League semi-final, FA Cup final. We haven't won the FA Cup yet. That's quite bad. League Cup, they did win the League Cup against West Ham. Intercontinental Cup, they won after extra time. Super Cup, they won against West Ham in the Super Cup. Charity Shield, they won it as usual. And World Club Cup, they won it against Monterrey. So far we've tried 3 formations, and 2 we've won near enough everything. 1 we didn't win. The 2 major things which was the Champions League and the Premier League. So like I said, no mercy. It is good, but if you're fighting for the Premier League title, obviously it's not the best formation to use. So we're going to go over to the end of season 4, see what formation we've used then, and see if there's been any improvement. So we've come to the end of season 4, and we've won the league again. We've won the league finally, and we've gone back to 90 goals scored in a season and over 100 points once again. The tactics we used, Fury of the Info. Now, yeah, we've used wingers in this season, so that obviously had worked brilliantly, but obviously it all depends on what type of players you've got. And as you can see, we brought in a few more players to try and bolster up the squad. But first of all, what was the biggest defeat of the season? 2-0 against Liverpool, and once again 2 players sent off. Alright, so competition wise, so Premier League, boom, Fury of the, was it Fury of the Info? Yeah, Fury of the Info. And we've got that season. Same amount of goals, same amount of wins we got in the first season by using Fury of the Beast. Drawn 2 more games, but lost 2 less games. So, in fact, Fury of the Info could actually be a better formation to use. Going over to the Champions League, I say it might be a better formation, but we got to the semi-final. FA Cup, we finally won the FA Cup. What about the League Cup quarter-final? Not that good. Charity Shield runners-up. Intercontinental Cup, we weren't in it. Neither the Super Cup and the World Club Cup Championship. So, all in all, Fury of the Info, I do think it is up there with Fury of the Beast. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the end of season 5, check out a new formation, and let's see how that's gone compared to Fury of the Info. So end of season 5, we've won the league once again, and we're still hitting over 100 points. So this formation that we used right here, friend or foe, that is also a very good formation to use. So going over the biggest defeat of the season, 2-0 against Lyon. I mean, to be fair, Lyon's not that bad of a side, so 2-0 I wouldn't take that too harshly. Champions League semi-final once again. FA Cup semi-finalists. League Cup, we won the League Cup, beating Arsenal 2-1. Charity Shield, back to winning ways by winning it 1-0. Intercontinental, we weren't in. Neither were we in the Super Cup, and of course we weren't in the World Club Cup Championships. But friend or foe, I do think it's a good idea. I like using the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, and this is obviously a little bit different using the 4-2-1-2-1 formation, but nonetheless I think this is a really good formation. It's obviously worked wonders. It scores you a lot of goals, conceding not as many, and you're obviously getting max points in your league. So we're going to head over to season 6. I want to see what different formations we can use, and see whether or not if it works better than friend or foe. So we finished season 6, so going over to the competition, well, before we go to the competitions, we used a 5-3-2 looper formation. And going over to the competitions, as you can see, We won the Premier League and we didn't even lose a single ruddy game. That is amazing. And we only conceded 7 goals. 7 goals is all we conceded. That is absolutely fantastic. What was the biggest defeat? I've gone back, haven't I? Gone back. Well, we'll go with this way. Biggest defeat. We lost 4-0 to Rangers. That was actually awful. Thomas and Kono obviously had an awful game. But going back into the competition, so Premier League, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. That's the first time we've got over 100 goals in a season. League Cup, we won that, brilliant. Charity Shield winners once again. Champions League, yeah, not that good. Not that good at all. FA Cup, we won that back. That's brilliant. Obviously, Intercontinental, Super Cup and World Club Cup Championships was a bust. But yeah, I mean, 5-3-2 formation, that worked brilliantly. It obviously did wonders for us, of course, but obviously we need to go over to Season 7, see what type of formation we can use for that. But so far, in my eyes, even though we had an abysmal Champions League run, 5-3-2 Looper, obviously, in my eyes, has worked best so far. So we've come to the end of Season 7 and we've won the league, which was absolutely amazing, of course. And the formation that we used was the Diamond Prong defense. Doesn't look that bad of a formation, of course, and look at the rewards from it. Scoring 87 goals, conceded 13. We only lost 2 games, which is really, really good. Biggest defeat, gone past it again. Biggest defeat, 3-1 against Lazio. I mean, yeah, to be fair, we should have played a hell of a lot better, especially at being at home. But once again, Premier League winners. Look at that. Only once did we not hit 100 points in a season. So that is really, really good. Champions League, got to the semi-final. We ever going to win it again? FA Cup, we won 2-0 against Ipswich. League Cup, we won that again. Charity Shield, we beat Liverpool 1-0. Obviously, we're not in any of these other tournaments, but we're doing good. But it's been a fair few years since we've had a run using these formations in the Champions League that's actually proven benefit. So far, Fury of the Beast, and I think it was No Mercy or Fury of the Info, one of the two, that's helped us win the Champions League. So we're going to head over to the end of Season 8, see what's about, see what formation we use, and see if that's actually helped us win the Champions League again. So we come to the end of Season 8 and looking at the competitions. Premier League, we came second with 85 points, exactly the same amount of points we won in the third season. And the formation we used was the 4-5-1 Barca style, which I've used plenty of times, and I don't recall ever getting that low of a score, to be fair with you. What was our biggest defeat of the season? Losing 3-1 against Millwall. Okay. Alright, so Premier League, not good. Come second, we've lost 5 games, which is the joint most we've ever lost in a season, like the same season we came second. League Cup, we won that. Charity Shield, we've won again. Champions League, we got to the final with that formation. FA Cup, quarter-final, that's the worst we've done in the FA Cup. And obviously we wouldn't have gone anywhere in those tournaments. Okay, so 4-5-1 formation. Yes, I do think it is good. Don't get me wrong. Going over that, I do think it is good. You know, you're still scoring 76 goals, conceding 21. but good enough to win the league, 85 points, you would say yes, but obviously in this season that did not happen. So we're going to head over to the end of season 9. It's the penultimate season of the 10 formations that we're going to be doing over the 10 seasons. I'm looking to try and get us back to winning the Premier League again, but as I said before, the Champions League is the holy grail, so Champions League is a must. So we've come to the end of season 9 and we've won the league again, getting it to 96 points, which ain't that bad at all. We used the 4-1-3-2 formation, which still, once again, it is a really good formation, and it obviously proves it because we were 12 points clear of Arsenal. Now, looking at the biggest defeat of the season, 4-0 against Newcastle, and we had 2 players sent off. Alright, so Champions League semi-final. Oh my days. FA Cup 5th round. That is the worst. That is the worst we've done so far in the FA Cup. And the same goes with the League Cup. Runners up in the Charity Shield, and obviously nothing in those other European tournaments. Slightly annoyed because I think the 4-1-3-2 formation is brilliant. I really do, but it's not done well in the other knockout cups. So let's head over to the next season. I want to see what we can do and if we can ever win the Champions League once again. So we've come to the end of season 10. This is the last season that we've tried another formation, and the formation we use this time is the 3-4-2-1 formation. And they've won the league in the most convincing style possible. Played 38, won 37, drawn 1. I'm sorry, that is absolutely amazing. And Arsenal, who came second with 98 points. That is mad. What is the biggest defeat this season? 2-1 against Lazio. Gary Neville with a penalty. Oh my days. Right, let's have a look. So Premier League, we're going to go over all the goals momentarily in quite detail. But did we win the Champions League? They finally won it in the last season, trying out a different formation. What about FA Cup? We won that, beating Liverpool 3-0. League Cup, running out winners 4-0. Wolves have been in the final a few times. Two times. Charity Shield, that's the only thing we can look at now, and we won that. That is brilliant. So going over the biggest wins out of all the seasons that we've done. So 7-0 was our biggest win. We can't go back onto that, but the 2006-2007 season, that was our biggest win, winning 7-0. Biggest league win, it was still 7-0. Biggest defeat, so our biggest defeat was 4-0 against Rangers and 4-0 against Newcastle. And the formation we used, that was a 4-1-3-2 formation. Highest scoring game. Yeah, they're all near enough the same anyway. And the same with near enough the same the highest league scoring game. But I mean, guys, going over all of these records and going over some of these formations, obviously there is loads to choose from. What obviously you would like, of course, but if you do want any of these formations, the link is in the description down below. Go onto the Championship Manager 0102 forum and go on tactics, and you can literally go through each page, each heading, and see which formation you would like. But guys, if you have liked this video, please make sure that you do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell too. But once again, as always guys, thank you very much for your love and your support. and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. The next video that we have on my channel here at TGR, that's Gaming Robo.
Game over, man.